Sysadmins, we are always making small and large changes depending on what's been asked of us. Most of the small stuff, we know users aren't going to notice, we know it's not going to cause any kind of problems, but it's required just to keep the lights on and the engine running. For the medium to critical stuff, then change advisory boards and change procedures are really important, and we all follow those, of course. But for the minor stuff, that's what I want to talk to you about today. I have a system that I implemented about a year ago, and it's working really well, it was working really well, and it has been supporting a lot of users every day. But changes come in, and then changes are made to facilitate user requirements, and sometimes those changes don't go to plan, and the stability of a system can kind of go downhill very quickly, especially when changes are made by several people on a team and they're all trying to do the right thing, but perhaps their changes might conflict with each other. Now, of course, having a nice system to automatically capture all of those changes, that's really, really useful, but it doesn't capture changes potentially across several systems. Let's say you make a change for remote desktop, and remote desktop suddenly requires a change for the firewall. Well, your firewall logs don't necessarily tell you that this change is made as part of an overall change to remote desktop or for remote desktop access. That's where my little tool comes in. Now, I only developed this weekend, so you're going to see a lot of test data in it. But the objective was to help me and others make changes really quickly and record changes really quickly, and then let us audit those changes or revise them after some weeks or months. So for example, you make a change at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday, and the following Tuesday somebody says, hey, this stopped working last week. You go back to your change log and you say, oh yeah, I made this change, so this is probably what's causing it. Or even more importantly, let's say you're off the next week and somebody else goes through the change log and says, I see that Joe Blogs made a change there last Tuesday, that's probably causing it, so I'm going to revert Joe Blogs' change. And it just makes these little changes a bit more auditable and trackable, and allows you to revert them a little bit easier by virtue of knowing what changed. So my requirements were make this very lightweight, so a single file, make it open really quickly, and make it super easy to make changes. Enough said about that. Let's go to my folder here, and I have an executable here called change logging. I'm going to hit enter on that, and you see there I have a combo box that says system name. I'm going to type in active. Okay, so I have my system name is Active Directory. I made a quick change, changed Sam account name for all users, because that is definitely a change advisory board. And then I hit add, and it says change is successful. Would you like to log more? If you hit yes, it will leave the application open, and it will let you log more. If you hit no, it just closes the window and you're done. You can continue with your day and forget about what you've just done. Now, let's say we need to look back over the changes that have been made. I have this web UI that's accessible to all logged in users in this team, and I refresh, and there we go, changes at the top. I can filter by name, username, I can filter by system name, I can filter by date, and I can filter by change as well. So the reason why I have these filters is somebody says to you, hey, my account has been getting locked out since last Wednesday at 9 a.m. Well, you go and you search for changes made around last Wednesday at 9 a.m. for the system Active Directory, and you put in the change text as lock, and that shows you, hey, somebody made a change there to the lockout policy last Wednesday morning. That's probably causing you trouble. Now, of course, this requires that people are on board with using it, and I'm hoping that people will be. And by making it really fast and really easy to use, I'm hoping that there's no pushback. But I understand people have a lot to do, and this may not work at all. But from a technical perspective, it works really well. So if it's saved back to a central database, the web UI takes it from there as well, and presents it in a nice, easy to read and sort table. Just to say that the UI is created in C#. I just closed it there a moment ago, so I can't show it to you again. The UI is written in C# for the front end, and the web UI is written using PowerShell, and it's built on top of PowerShell Universal. Now, PowerShell Universal is a piece of software made by Ironman Software, and Adam Driscoll is the main man behind that. This is a really cool piece of software, I have to say. It really works very, very well once you've coded everything that you need to code in it. It's, yeah, I really like it. And you can see there I've used it for other things as well. And if you're interested about what I've written in PowerShell and what I've given a front end in PowerShell for sysadmin tasks, then drop me a note here and I will go into detail as you request. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.